Hi, it's Jason Waters, and welcome to my Mortgage Minute. I'm super excited to have Tajuan White with us today. Welcome, Tajuan.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Jason, for having me.
Tajuan is with Devoe Real Estate, powered by EXP. New thing in terms of EXP powering the firm. So I know that's a very exciting thing for you.
Definitely.
Tell us a little bit about that. A lot of changes from.
The cool thing about this is the owner of Devoe Real Estate is Ronnie Devoe from the music group New Edition and Belle Biv DeVoe. We decided recently in the last couple of months to merge under EXP and take advantage of some of the opportunities they have with EXP as a brokerage. So takes a little bit off of our regular broker's plate because now we have a broker that is covering all the responsibilities of a brokerage, and also exposes us to a wide range of other agents that are in the EXP network so that we can all work together and make things happen for buyers and sellers.
That's awesome. That's great. Exciting news. Tell us a little bit about your business. What are you focused on?
So primarily, I work with a lot of buyers and we do some listings, but I also dib and dab in commercial as well.
Okay.
Recently, as I sold a property in Douglasville, actually, and that was for a counseling office. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, a little bit of everything. I do auctions as well for a particular company, and, I get involved with that and the whole foreclosure thing. So
what's it like? Speaking of auctions, what's it like? I guess you're doing private auctions, not courthouse auctions, right?
Courthouse.
Okay, so how does that work?
Mm-hmm.
I have people all the time call and ask me, "Hey, how do I go buy property at the courthouse?" I'm like, I don't think I can get a mortgage for you on that, but tell me how that works.
Yeah, so without a shadow of a doubt, you have to have the money right then and there, so you're not able to really do any type of loan or lending situation. But once the property is going into foreclosure and they put it on the county steps, they provide a list in the county. You get a hold of that list by contacting the county. There's also a site called auction.com where you can see properties that they are representing. And they either the attorney or auction.com representatives, they're out there at the courthouse first Tuesdays of every month. And we're out there and we're, trying to get it done by winning a bid for the most part.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you represent, you'll have several buyers that say, "Hey, go try to buy this for me." And then you represent them. Is that how it works?
For the most part, I do work with the company called Nigerian Capital.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are the ones that they have the big pockets. So
gotcha.
So they go in and they buy, several of them. We're in a lot of counties on what they call Super Tuesday. That's the first Tuesday of every month.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next week.
Yep. Next week. I don't know what county I'll be in, but I'll be somewhere next Tuesday.
You'll be somewhere. Awesome. Cool. Well, what do you see about the market? Have you seen any slowdown lately or just as hot as it has been?
Now, I'm always going to kind of educate my clients on where we at in the market. And my thing is that a lot of them are looking for a big tank, like a drop kind of like that, which I say, no, don't look for that. It's too many things that's kind of supporting the market to be stabilized somewhat of a way. But what I think is going to happen, I have seen some of the tickers starting to go down, but really, small increments. I think things are stabilizing now as we move into the fall and move into the third and fourth quarter. Yeah. And then next year, we'll kind of see how it pans out. But for the most part, I would say things are stabilizing, but no big drop. I mean, if anybody's waiting around for a big drop before they buy, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Right. Mm-hmm. Are we seeing as many offers for a property as that? I mean, for a while, you're getting 20 offers on a property every time in one weekend. Has that slowed down any, or is that still where it is?
Still a lot of offers. I would say that it slowed down a little bit because some of the buyers are, they're getting a little frustrated with the process.
Yeah.
So they backed up a little bit, but
I've seen that too. Mm-hmm. I have dozens of pre-qualified, well-qualified, pre-approved buyers that just got frustrated and said, I'm just done. I don't want to do it anymore. I mean, I'm going to stay where I am or whatever. So, I don't know how long the waiting is until they find something, but I think that's kind of part of it. And then of course, it's very seasonal in this business. So, school's starting next week for some metro Atlanta districts. And, if you haven't made your decision, you might want to stay, say, we'll try again next year.
Yeah.
So
definitely. Especially for the families, so.
Exactly. Yeah. So, still hot, a little softer, not a lot of price decline. Maybe don't be as crazy as they were, but we'll see what happens.
Right.
I'm interested to see speaking of foreclosure, when some of this foreclosure protection goes away, what that looks like in the market. I've got to imagine it's going to put a lot more inventory out in the market.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. When all the moratoriums lift up, people are in different situations nationwide. So you never know how that's going to, play out, but you can imagine that it definitely will bring some inventory to the table.
Yeah.
We have to see how it affects pricing to what degree, but my guesstimation is that not too much is going to happen as far as pricing. But it definitely will be more opportunities. But I tend to believe that a lot of investors are going to take advantage of those opportunities with the.
I would think so too. Yeah, absolutely.
So
okay. Yeah. So here's what I've run across lately, and we talked a little about this before, and I'm hoping you can educate our viewers. Cash buyers. So cash buyers are winning a lot of the offers today. Makes it very difficult if you're not even if you're pre-approved and have excellent credit and everything, I's dotted, T's crossed, you get, cash buyer, you lose, right? There's a new service, and one of them is called Ribbon that you and I were just talking about. People ask me about it, and frankly, I don't know a lot of the details about it. So I would love for you to share that.
Okay. So with Ribbon, the way that works is actually allow you to position yourself to offer a cash offer as a buyer. What actually happens in theory, well, not in theory, actuality, what happens is they purchase the home. But before they do that, they check with your loan officer to make sure everything is squared away and you're fully qualified to be able to purchase the home. They purchase the home for you using cash. You close out up, 14, 17, 18 days, you're able to close out that deal. 3 months later, it's something that we call a seasoning period with FHA. So 3 months later, you are able to close out with your FHA loan as a buyer with Ribbon. So in other words, Ribbon is selling a home back to you as a buyer.
Okay.
Same price. And so the next question would be, well, what do they get out of it? What they get out of it, they put their fee in the earnest money, and they charge 2.4% earnest money. And that's what you put up front in the original deal. And that's the money that they make. Other than rent, obviously, for the 3 months.
Right.
So other than that, but it gets you into the house that you want to be in. And, that helps out a lot of buyers. Like you were saying, you try to go with the FHA loan, which can take up to 45 days, depending on who you're using, as a lender. And that knocks a lot of people out of them, the rate. Mm-hmm.
FHA loans and VA loans for us they're not even that bad. They don't take that long. It's just that the sellers agents are so scared of that. Okay.
Right.
So, any final comment?
Choosing the right lender. I was going to say choosing the right lender is the name of the game.
Yep.
Yep. Choosing the right mortgage officer is the name of the game. So you hit the button right on that.
Man, I come in there all the time, and they're working with like a big box. I call them big box national lender, online lender, and it's just not going to work most of the time. And so, as a local company with our own appraisal panel, it just works so much better in terms of getting deals done. And so, I mean, we started win deals. I mean, we're best of Cobb, best of Cherokee last couple of years, and now more and more people are knowing about us. And now I have clients that we win the contract because the listing agent says, "Oh, it's Affinity. Then
Yeah.
I know they can close it." So
Right.
that's cool. Well, any final things? Any final comments for the folks out there?
No, hey, my thing would be for buyers is to hang in there. Um, it's okay to watch the market and see what it does. I mean, you'd always want to make a good investment. It's a large investment because you're buying your home. But also be aware that we're not going to see really big declines in prices. That's my guesstimation,
Okay.
and so I'm not a financial advisor, obviously, but from what I'm seeing and some of the policies that are coming out from the Biden administration, everybody has a joint effort in trying to stabilize the market. So a big dive probably is not going to happen like it did in '08.
Okay. I agree with you on that. All right. And so how can folks get in touch with you?
So you can get in contact with me via email, which is Tajuan, Tajuan, at Devoe, Devoe, realestate.com. My website is tajuanwhite.com, or you can call me at 678-973-7888.
All right. And you can reach me at watersteam.co. You can find me on search Jason Waters Mortgage Minute on any social media platform, and you'll find a lot of these videos and a lot of helpful information. Or you can always call me 404-403-8787. Thanks a lot for joining in. And until next time, stay safe.